proper hygiene. Okay, it has begun. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to
episode
Down the
Cabana. I don't know why you can never remember that. It's your damn name.
It's been 2 weeks, man. Down the Cabana hole, episode number 9. I think so.
9?
Yeah.
I think
now, our glasses are empty, and so we need to fill it with something.
Yeah.
What should the show be sponsored by today? Perhaps we should ask Skinny. Can we see Skinny on there? Back up. Oh, there's Skinny. And what has he got? Devin, please tell us what Skinny has
he
for
has
us.
a pair of selections from Smugglers Notch, which is a distillery in Vermont.
Ooh.
One, we have just a straight bourbon, and the other is a maple infused bourbon.
Maple infused.
Vermont maple.
Oh, wow. Well, that's just like pancakes and all that.
Pancakes and alcohol.
So now, well, it sounds to me like that's the decision.
Okay, well, maple it is then.
Thank you, Skinny. Yeah, put his claw down there. All right. Oh, man.
Oh, it's one of those stupid ones.
The question is, what's actually the stupid one? Okay, so we started to have a conversation the other day that was turning into an argument.
Yes,
and
my favorite.
And I went, oh, no, let's not argue. Let's save this to argue in front of everybody else.
Yeah.
Both of you.
Yeah.
So, what it was is I was bitching and moaning about the fact that I think this was over in England. I caught it on the news. Oh, it has a little deal that peels off.
Who's the smart one?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, it's right there. See this little...
Yeah. I didn't have my glasses on. You do the pouring, sir. But anyhow, so over in, I believe, England, across the pond, as they say, there were these environmental protesters. People are just trying to drive to work, but they're blocking traffic, walking out there and everything. People are honking horns. Come on, man, I gotta get to work. I got stuff to do. And they weren't moving. So finally, one guy gets out of his vehicle, just goes out there and just starts grabbing them and throwing them off to the side. Grabbing them, throwing them off to the side. He got arrested. That guy. The cops are there. They're watching all these people screw up everybody's day. And then the guy that says, get out of my way, I got to get to work, he gets arrested.
Okay, first question.
Well, actually, we need to first. Sorry.
Let's try this.
I can smell a little bit of maple. Although it might have been like, power of suggestion things.
There's like the hint of maple on the aftertaste.
Is there?
Yeah, I can taste it.
Okay. Yeah, your palate is more sensitive to that because you're diabetic. You don't ever get to eat that kind of stuff.
My blood sugar is rising. But it's quite tasty.
It is good, yes. But I kind of wanted more maple. Yeah, it's definitely sweeter. It's definitely sweeter. I can taste it that time. I bet if we did these like immediately back to back.
Oh yeah, you definitely know.
Taste it. But so
okay.
So anyhow,
first question.
You started to go on the side of all of these nutball protesters blocking traffic.
Let me retort.
Retort.
First question.
Okay. First question.
Did they have a permit?
No.
Did they have a permit to protest?
I'll be honest, I don't know. However, nobody ever gets a permit to block traffic.
Untrue. Untrue.
No.
Parades block traffic all the fucking time, and nobody comes out and starts beating people up over it. Now, a parade and a protest are two different things.
Yeah.
I grant you that.
Yeah.
But did they have a permit? If the answer is no, then yeah, maybe you should beat them up. But if the answer is yes,
I didn't say he was beating them up. He was manhandling
well,
them.
manhandling them, right? If they did not have a permit,
throwing them to the ground.
If they did not have a permit to protest,
maybe kicking them.
Then
okay.
But if they had a permit to do it,
no, they didn't.
Well,
no,
you don't
nobody
know.
gives you.
That's
nobody
not
gives,
true.
Nobody gives you a permit to block traffic because you got like a dozen people upset about something.
If they had a permit to protest and their protest area was there.
Some research will have to be done here then.
Now,
I
if
will
they
do research.
did, then I would tend to say, okay,
Who's the jackwagon that gave him a permit?
that's a different question, right?
Yeah.
But on a parade, if you got to get to work
Okay.
and a parade is going by, you don't just get out and start moving people manhandling, right?
Do you remember?
Right?
Right.
Okay.
But I just remembered. Do you remember? There were some people doing that in Portland.
Yeah.
Back when everybody was,
Yeah.
doing all their stupid protest stuff, and they tried blocking the wrong car. It was some. I don't know if these guys ever got caught, but they shot him. Just pulled out a gun and shot the dude,
Yeah.
and then drove on.
Yeah.
Now, I am not condoning that. First off, that wouldn't happen in England because they're pussies. But second off, I don't condone that. But I will admit, I've come really close to doing that.
Well,
Because you
again,
get these people that think, I've got a right to walk across the street
I
and
agree.
hold you up. I don't care if your light's green.
I agree. The only contingent I would say is if they had a permit,
To cross on a road.
well, if they had a permit to protest, then probably not the right thing to do to get out and manhandle them. Because they paid for the right to do that.
That sweetness really is catching up on this.
It is.
I am tasting it more now.
And it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Quite
Okay, I hadn't thought about if they had had a permit, but I highly doubt it.
Well, if they...
I will research it.
okay.
I will.
But I think it was more so you were saying that, oh, you're just keeping up for those woke,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
isn't necessarily the case.
No, it is.
It's not the case, right? But that's the argument, right? If they had a permit, that's the argument.
Okay, so then let's go back then. Let's say they did not have a permit.
Well, then...
Some guy just wants to stop you in traffic. You're on a thoroughfare.
Okay, well then you'd have to say, what is the... You might want to get out and manhandle him out of the way. But is that
The best thing to... I do know it's not the Christian thing to do.
I didn't want to say it that way, but...
No,
Ding,
I
ding,
will
ding,
admit
ding,
that.
ding, ding.
I will admit that. I will
Right?
admit that. There are times I really, really, really want to not do the Christian thing. But I tend to decide to go down the right path.
I know you do.
But there was
Makes you different from that guy in England.
there was one kid I almost ran over once because he just really pissed me off.
Yeah. I know it's difficult. But again, I think attitude begets behavior. I don't know what the right word is.
I didn't do Shakespeare in school. So
Attitude, your attitude matters, and
changes in attitudes, changes in latitudes.
there you go. Right?
Thank you, Jimmy.
Right? But if you're genuinely, erring on the side of caution or erring on the side of, oh, I'm not going to let it bother me, you generally don't have attitudes like, I want to get out of my car and beat this guy to a pulp because he's standing in my way and I can't get to my job.
Right.
You're like, oh, well, he's an idiot. I'm just going to go around him.
No, they couldn't get around him.
Well,
These people were blocking the street.
I understand that in this situation.
But the individual that blocks me, yeah.
Right? So,
I've almost gotten out of the truck
I believe it.
2 times.
I believe it.
2 times, and I can
Monster.
pick.
Monster.
No.
He's a Lady Gaga fan. He's a little monster.
What does that mean? Lady Gaga fan? What does that mean?
Lady Gaga is like a musician.
Well, I know that.
Well, all her
Where did
fans
that
were
come
little
from?
monsters. All her fans were called little monsters. Her little
She
monsters.
calls them little monsters?
That they all called themselves her little monsters.
This is the first I've ever
I
heard
think
of this.
maybe I'm getting it wrong, but that's what came in my mind. And you said a little bit like of a monster. So
Yeah.
So you're a
Yeah.
Lady Gaga fan.
Okay. I'm sure she's probably saying something good. I mean, she's very famous,
She is very famous.
right? Oh! I got another one to talk about.
Squirrel.
Yeah. You,
Me?
yeah. we're talking the other day, and I mentioned the movie Dungeons and
Oh,
Dragons.
not good.
Okay.
Again,
Explain to me why it is not good.
British humor. It totally felt like a British humor movie to me.
No.
Yeah, totally. Chris Pine was like the most British Chris Pine ever in that movie. It's just
He was a bard. He was a bard, and you always wonder when you're playing D&D,
no.
what the hell does a bard do? He
That's
does nothing. He has
the-
no strength. He has
Yeah.
no skills. He can
listen,
talk.
But
Really,
it wasn't that
you
good.
didn't like the action. You didn't like the story. You didn't like the characters.
Now,
We got to finish this bottle. I tell you that
Now,
much.
it was 1,000 times better than the other D&D movies.
What? Wait. What about Lord of the Rings?
That's not a D&D movie.
Lord of the Rings is what brought about D&D.
Then that means D&D wants to be a Lord of the Rings movie, and that's not the same thing. Not the same thing.
D&D doesn't want to be a Lord of the Rings movie. Lord of the Rings was a book. It was written.
Yeah, I know.
And it was several books.
I
Three.
know.
It's called a trilogy.
I know.
You might know that because Star Wars,
I know.
the original Star Wars,
Yeah,
was a trilogy.
I know.
Back to the Future, that was a trilogy. That was good. All three. But Dungeons and Dragons was fun. It was funny. Okay, here's the part that really cracked me up.
Okay.
And it's a path you never think of.
Okay.
A fat dragon. That just cracked me up. Didn't you find that funny? Because he's been eating so many people coming down to try to take his treasure.
I followed the logic. It just wasn't that funny.
Gosh.
Again, that's some British humor shit.
Okay, so what's a funny movie to you? Oh, I better put the knife down.
I don't know. What's a funny movie?
Yeah, let me guess. The Hobbit.
It's not a comedy.
Well,
But
the
again-
animation was.
Again, I think that the humor was more of a British style
That is
humor.
interesting. I'll have to watch it again to see, because I really want to watch it again. And I'll look for that.
I think it's like
It certainly
it's kind of like you think the cluck 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 is hilarious, and I think that it's stupid. That's the fat dragon. That's the fat dragon, right?
Okay.
It's cluck 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 cluck. Same concept, right? From a humor perspective, I just don't get it. So that's like it. I don't know. It was.
I thought it was funny.
It was fine.
You want to hear another funny thing?
Sure.
Mention the cluck cluck.
Yeah.
They actually were going to use real horses, but I think it like cost too much,
Yeah.
or they had a hard time getting
Yeah.
them, and so.
But that's part of what makes it funny.
But that's just like Jaws. You were supposed to see Bruce, the shark, tons. And Spielberg, it kept breaking down, and he said, in retrospect, the movie is so much better because you didn't see the shark.
But that's not supposed to be a comedy.
No, I'm just pointing out, it turned out to be classic and brilliant by accident.
Yeah,
and this
I
is
don't
what makes
disagree.
me know God has a sense of humor.
I don't disagree. I'm just saying I don't get it. Me personally, I don't get it. It's British humor. It's
Wait.
way over my head. I don't get it. It's not funny to me.
I think we need to send you to a doctor.
Maybe. That's
Why
probably
is there a train? Why is there a train?
because they're bringing like wood and stuff from Tillamook.
We're filming here.
Well,
Maybe they can't even hear that. I probably shouldn't have said that.
probably shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. Anyhow, Okay,
Yeah,
you need to come up with a movie that you think is hilarious, that you think is very funny, so that I can critique it.
Okay. Fair. I will do my best at some point in the future.
Do you like humor?
I love humor.
Okay.
I'm just more
So what's
like
your
a-
favorite kind of movie? What's your favorite kind of film? Is it action, humor, porno?
Well, now that you said it.
No, please don't tell me about that.
I think I lean towards like drama. Not in the
I want to see people, you know, fall in love and then go through some struggle and then I just don't see that in you.
Really?
Really?
You've never watched TV with
So
me.
you like dang, what are those British movies my wife watches all the time?
No.
No, they're not comedies though, so you would understand it. It's drama.
I know.
Downton
Like
Abbey,
Downton Abbey.
that kind of
I'm
stuff.
out on Downton Abbey. But like,
Okay, what
what do you call
what
The
do you mean by-
Godfather? What do you call The Godfather? That's a drama, right?
Yeah, okay.
So
that
like,
kind of
that
drama,
kind of thing. Seven, Negotiator, all the mob movies, like.
Okay, but when you say drama, that's not what comes to my mind.
That you're thinking of romantic comedy.
No, that's a rom-com. That's
Okay.
not drama. But drama is usually romantic and they have struggles and they come through their struggles. That's what I consider drama. Whereas Godfather, I would say more is I have no flipping idea. I don't know. But
Or
I
like
guess it's drama.
Inception.
What's Inception?
Inception is a movie about.
Is that an alien like
No,
thing?
it's about implanting thoughts in other people's
Alien.
heads subliminally.
Ooh.
It's
So it's alien like.
no, it's not alien.
It's sci-fi-ish.
No, not really. It's more like the power of suggestion, right?
Kind of like, when you said this had maple, and all of a sudden it's sweet.
Yeah.
No, actually, it is sweeter.
So I prefer movies like that, right? Or I prefer. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
I like action.
Action is
I
fine,
love comedy, obviously. I love comedy.
but like here, let's just pull.
Which
up.
is why I love Jackie Chan movies. Because it's action and comedy. I love it.
Yes.
He is brilliant.
Yes, I do like those.
He's a pinko commie, but he's brilliant.
Is he?
Yeah, he is total on with China.
Well, I mean, he makes most of his money in China.
No, but the point is, you don't make a bunch of money, become a millionaire, and say, yeah, I'm all down with communism.
You do if you don't want to get canceled by the CCP.
Let's see. He doesn't need the CCP, man.
So, did you like Dazed and Confused?
What was that? Maybe I might have seen it. What was it?
Dazed and Confused came out in 1993.
I can barely remember 2 weeks ago what we talked about. I don't even remember the name of the show that we're doing.
That's true. Animal House,
Oh, yeah. Well, but you know what? I'll bet you that doesn't stand out.
Big Lebowski.
Stand up, I
Lots
mean.
of people love Big Lebowski.
You
I
know,
didn't get that.
It kind of left me a little flat.
Bridesmaids,
Eh.
Superbad. Superbad was funny. Did you watch Superbad?
That was different.
When Harry Met Sally. That's like a rom-com.
Yeah, that's a rom-com. It is good, though.
Yeah, it's
It is good.
Dazed and Confused. Dazed and Confused, like, Matthew McConaughey was in that as a kid. Ben Affleck was in that as a kid. Like, that was like...
Yeah, I don't know.
I know some people maybe that are 7 years older than me, that was like... That came out when they were in high school. That's like the best thing ever.
Huh.
But maybe you were a little bit... Coming to America, that was okay.
Was that Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
I never saw it.
You never saw Coming to America?
No.
Like,
Never saw it.
ever?
Ever.
Did you ever see, like, Trading Places?
Oh, yeah.
So that was
I like
funny.
Trading Places.
That was funny.
That's good. And it holds up pretty good.
Yeah. Shaun of the Dead?
Oh,
British.
that is fabulous.
That's British.
No, Shaun of the Dead is excellent.
See, I didn't think Napoleon Dynamite was funny.
Oh, okay, here's why I thought.
Like, it had a couple of funny lines.
Hold
but-
on, back it up.
Okay.
You want to know why I thought Shaun of the Dead? Why I thought Napoleon Dynamite was very, very funny?
Why?
Because my wife and I are watching it, and it's like, man, that's Jordan. Because that is him when he was,
The super nerdy guy?
Oh man, middle school, high school, and so
Really?
we're like, Jordan, you gotta watch this, and we didn't say anything like that, no power of suggestion. We're watching it, and he goes, man, that guy is like me. And so that made it more funny.
What about Airplane?
Kind of like, okay, Keeping Up Appearances, a British show, I know. But we thought it was very funny because it reminded us of my mom so much.
What about Office Space?
I thought it was good, but
You
it
never
just-
worked in an office?
That's the point.
Yeah.
I-
So again,
no.
British comedy, don't get it.
No. It wasn't
didn't work
British
in an
comedy.
office?
It was
No, I know.
because
No, no, I
didn't-
know.
Yeah.
But for me, British comedy, I just don't
I
get
see
it.
what you
You and Office Space.
There were. It was funny, and there were funny things in it. But as a movie, I wouldn't watch it again.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Man, when he's beating up that Xerox machine with the bat,
I don't even remember
that's
that.
hilarious. In the field, and they're playing Ice Cube.
I don't even remember that.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, good.
That was good. Home Alone.
Actually, the first one was good.
It was
It was good,
perhaps
but it wears thin after
Yeah.
the fourth or fifth time.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Spaceballs.
I never saw Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
What about Spaceballs?
Eh,
See, you didn't like Spaceballs.
yeah. Mel Brooks, really the only thing that was really good that he did was Young Frankenstein.
So I liked Spaceballs, but I wasn't like,
That's because you also like Clone Wars.
you watch your mouth.
We're about to see a fight!
Yeah, we are.
Fight! I couldn't get past the first couple of episodes.
I mean, that's
man.
fine. That just means I
It was a
can't.
cartoon.
I can't. If that's your.
If I'm gonna watch a cartoon, I want to see Bugs Bunny. Back when cartoons could be violent.
Really? This Star Wars violence everywhere.
No, but
I know what you're saying.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. As a
But
kid,
again, I can't really take your movie or TV show opinion very highly if you think Clone Wars sucks and you only watch one episode.
no, I watch
Sorry.
more than one. I think.
Sorry.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, I tell you what. I will see if I can stream it and watch. I'll try to watch 5 episodes.
You need Disney Plus.
Oh, well, then I can't watch it.
Okay, well then we're.
I'm not giving them my money. I give my money to too many people already with streaming. I actually had
Are you
to.
over already?
No, that's a text or a message or something.
Are you-
I had to get rid of my BritBox.
What's BritBox?
All British shows,
God.
all British movies.
That was the right choice.
Yeah, we just don't watch it enough. So, okay. So I really need to one of these days set aside time and get rid of all cable, all everything, because we just don't watch anything on TV anymore. We stream everything, or I get on my phone or on the computer and I watch what I want to watch.
Yeah. We pay for Disney Plus, Discovery Plus. Discovery Plus is $7 a month. Okay? There's like 55,000 episodes
Of what?
of all kinds of crap. Don't be shy.
Of all kinds of crap.
Yeah, I mean there's a lot of crap. But
No, I just wanted to make sure that we're
oh, I see.
equal amounts.
But everything that's on like Discovery networks, right? So like Dirty Jobs and Deadliest Catch, like that, those kind of shows.
Yeah.
And then all the like crap that they do too.
Oh, I never did do this.
Oh yeah.
It is. There you go. Maple something or other. I don't have my glasses on.
If you're ever in Vermont, Smugglers Notch. It was a cool place.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I like the name, Smugglers Notch.
Yeah. All right, we only have 6 minutes. I want to talk about this.
Okay, talk.
Okay, there was this CNBC or CNN interview with Elon Musk,
Okay.
and he
There's an interesting dude.
there's an interesting dude. But I thought this one particular thing was interesting,
Okay.
and I struggle with it.
Ooh.
So, he said that working from home is a moral issue.
A moral issue.
Yes.
How's that?
Well, that's what the interviewer said. How's that? He said, well, we're telling people, hey, I want a car. You have to go to work into your factory and make me a car. I want home delivered food. You have to go leave your house and you have to go somewhere and make my food and you have to bring it to me. But I can sit in my house in my underwear on my laptop and work all day. That's a moral issue. How can you sit there and tell everyone else they have to go to
No,
work
okay.
and you don't have to go to work?
Here's where I would argue that.
Okay.
Now, first off, I actually think it is important to leave the house and go to work.
Okay.
I think that's important. But you know what? There is no one size fits all. Anything in life. So for some people, that's not a good option.
True.
They function best at home.
Well, then they shouldn't have a job where you go into the office.
Right, but my point is, nobody is forced to cook you food and bring it to you. Nobody is forced to do that. But there's enough demand for it that people say, I can make a living cooking food and delivering it.
True.
So there's the difference.
I think to his point, he's talking about all the people that went to work before the pandemic, and now because they got to stay home for 2 years, they don't want to go back to the office.
Yeah, well, you know what? Tough. If your employer says you got to come into the office, you got to come into the office or you need a new job.
Can you pause that?
Yes. We're back on.
All right, pardon the interruption.
No, that's fine.
So what were we saying? We were talking about the people,
Rewind the tape.
the people that were working from home pre-pandemic, and now they don't want to go back to work.
Yeah, screw them.
So this is like my dilemma. Like, I kind of agree with Elon Musk, kind of, right? If you were working from home and your boss wants you to come back to the office, like, quit being a pussy, right? Go back to work. But when I look at my own situation,
Yeah.
my mom took care of my kids pre-pandemic.
Right.
Now she's dead.
Right.
We don't have childcare, and it's very hard to acquire childcare without my wife having to quit, or without my wife working just to pay for childcare, right?
Right.
So, because of that, I have to take my kids to school, so I won't get to the office till 9. Then I won't get home until 6. And I've lost 2 hours of driving, and now my workload has increased significantly because we've lost people. So now I'm working until 8 o'clock at night, or I'm just not working when I leave the office. So there's that. Because if I shut my PC down and I come home, I'm not turning it back on. But if I'm working from home and I step down for dinner and somebody calls me, I just go, like, right now. Like, right now.
Yeah.
Right? I'm just working all the time.
Well, and see, that's the problem with working with people that are in other countries, too.
Well, that's true.
'Cause-
That's true. But that's a part of the deal, right?
yeah.
Plus, like, I went to work before. My boss was in the same office as me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my boss is now in Santa Clara,
Oh.
not here. And
Get his ass back here.
well, no, my boss changed,
Oh.
and he's there. And I used to fly down to Santa Clara once every 2 weeks, once a week if I had to,
Right.
on the shuttle. They canceled the shuttle. And they won't allow travel commercial. So I can't even see. Oh, it's so important to be in the office, but I can't go see my boss. My boss can't come see me. So is it really that important to be face to face? Right?
Yeah.
So this is where it's like I struggle, right? Like, but if I'm being a good corporate citizen, all those people in the fab, they have to go to work. They can't work from home.
Exactly.
So if I'm being a good corporate citizen, I should go into the office.
Right.
But fuck them, I don't want to go to the office.
Well, and this is where I've been self-employed for forever.
Yeah.
So I have a totally different mindset, and my mindset is, hey, you're not forced to work for me. You don't like it, go work somewhere else. But these are my rules.
Yeah.
And that's where I think if you want to have a dress code, if you want to have any kind of a code or anything, it's not your flipping company. And this is what just pisses me off about the state. It's like, excuse me, I'm the one that risked my capital to create this business. I'm the one who worked hard to build this business up, and now you're going to tell me I got to do this or do that, or no, screw you.
Give me an example.
I can't right now.
Yeah, so now you're just talking shit. Give me an example.
No.
Give me an example. Give me an example.
Okay, let me think about it.
Every time you bitch about something.
Okay, requiring pregnancy leave for a guy or a girl, I don't care. If I don't want to give that as an employer, no.
But isn't that only required at a certain level of employee status? Like,
Yeah,
50
but
employees.
my point is, I don't care how many employees you got. It's my company. I'm the one working at it, not you. You get all these pencil pushers in Salem or in Washington D.C. who have never owned a business, screw you, I'm bitching right now, who have never owned a business at all because they don't know how the real world works. They go, oh, we can just do this. It doesn't cost me anything, which is bullshit. It costs me something. You want to do some kind of a tax on something. Minimum wage. I don't believe in minimum wage. There should be no minimum wage, zero. Because you don't have to work for me. You don't.
Yeah, but if there's no...
No.
Let me finish. Don't just say no without hearing what I'm going to say.
No.
Mister, do you have a permit to stand in this road and protest? If there's no, like, fundamentally, I agree with you that a lot of things that are in place shouldn't have to be in place. The problem is if there's no minimum standard, then people will be taken advantage of.
Okay, but this is the other thing that I'm sick and tired of, is this whole nanny state nonsense. Why can't we go back to buyer beware? Do your own flipping research. We have more tools available today to see if a company is good or if they're a shyster, if a product is good or if they're a shyster. We've got, yes.
But people aren't smarter today. They're stupider.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
often-
why is it they're stupider? Because we have technology.
Maybe.
Yeah. Not maybe, but yeah.
Well, just
It used to be buyer beware. Why can't we have that?
But there still were rules, right? You can't cheat people. And if you got caught,
right,
then you got in trouble.
Right, you get beat up.
Or you get killed, or you go to jail.
Fine. Don't cheat someone so you don't get killed or beat up.
But, so that's like saying, well, children used to go to work. 5-year-olds used to go work in factories. Is that okay? You still want to have that? That's what I mean. We just have to agree on what the minimum set of standards are. You don't agree what Oregon's minimum wage standard is. You think it's too high. That's fair.
No, I don't believe in a minimum wage. There should be zero minimum wage. But you're going to bitch about child labor? Where is it all these batteries are being made? In countries where they got kids digging with their hands.
I agree.
Poisoning
100%.
their bodies.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
They're going to die.
Yeah.
Oh, but I got to have my phone.
You too?
Yeah. So don't go bitching about environmental nonsense.
I didn't say anything about the environment.
No, but I'm saying that
I know
that people in Washington, people in Salem,
I know.
They like to, I'm all about the environment. No, you're not. You're not.
Go fix battery place in Africa.
Battery place.
Go fix that, because that's
they should rename that country Battery Country.
That's pretty messed up, man. It's pretty messed up.
And here's the thing. Okay.
There has to be some set of minimum standards that we all
understand
agree
that.
to.
I understand that because
and again, here's the other
you
thing.
also get companies that have got rotten bastards.
The federal minimum wage is like $7.35. So you just live in a shitty state. So just call like you see it. Our state sucks.
I just
you can move your business somewhere else.
I know.
So you just keep flapping your gums and being all bitchy, but you have the same thing as your employees do. You don't have to have your business in this state.
No, I don't. But the problem is...
now you have a problem.
I have built
Well, this guy
company.
who's working for you has sweated hard trying to get into a position and hasn't had any opportunities except for you. Like, I can make an argument for any of these things.
Fuck you.
I'm just saying, I don't disagree with you, though.
But I also understand what you're saying. Here's the problem, is I had this argument with somebody a long time ago, and he was saying how, no, you got to have, this minimum wage, a living wage, all that kind of stuff. The problem is, schools aren't teaching you to own your own business.
Yeah.
They don't teach you financial responsibility to own your own business. Now, mind you, that's what I taught. My kids they don't own their own business. But the point is, I taught it is up to you.
Yeah.
It is up to you to make your future. Don't be depending on an employer.
Yeah.
Don't be depending on the state. It's up to you.
I'm trying to do the same thing. I don't. Oh.
Newsflash.
Baby got the job.
Nice.
And he's going to start before summer.
Bibby is not just like a little thing you put on when you eat so you don't drool
That's
on
how
your
he got
shirt.
his name, though, because he threw it on the floor.
Oh,
the time.
interesting.
Pick up your bib. Bibby, stop throwing your bib. Stop throwing your bib. Stop
We
throwing
learn
your
new
bib.
things.
Yeah.
Learn new things. So anyhow, he's working at Ace,
Yeah, starting the 13th.
and I know the people at Ace. And so I told him, I said, look, man, I gave a good word about you. Don't screw this up.
You should. Somebody's
I will keep on him. I'll go in there when he starts working, and I'm going to just make him toe the line.
He's, you know, I have to admit,
He's a good kid.
he's a good kid.
Yes.
And I'm hoping that because we, like, bombarded him with, when you're in high school, you're going to work, you're going to work, you're going to work in the summer, you're going to work in the summer. He's kind of excited about it.
Nice.
And I think
I think it's just to get out of the house because they keep saying, you're going to work, you're going to work.
But did he do a good job for you? I mean, he only worked half the summer. And
well, the problem is he can't be up on the roof at his age.
I know.
And so a lot of times he was just kind of twiddling his thumbs.
I know. And that doesn't make sense for you, which I totally get,
Right.
right? And I appreciate it. At least you tried.
Yeah.
So that was good. But he was really disappointed because he wanted to go make money. He wanted to go and work.
Right.
And when there wasn't any work, he was,
Right.
I mean, he's not mad about it, right? But he was just disappointed that he
Yeah.
didn't get an opportunity. So he seems pretty excited about it.
Awesome.
And yeah, so in fact, I think we were supposed to respond to that email tonight.
Oh, man, he's been fired already.
No, I mean, he's not supposed to start till the 13th, so we can do it tomorrow night.
Okay.
But he should be in bed already. But yeah, so he's going to start. He's going to work. He can only work 3 hours a day? What the?
Okay,
That's some bullshit right there from the state. Teens can only work 3 hours a day on school days. What the hell?
Yeah. Come on, man.
Come on.
I don't remember how much I worked, but I did work in the evenings when I was in high school. That's how I bought my first motorbike.
State law said, she said in the email, because we offered he can work 3 to 7, because they close at 7. So 4 hours a night, 2 nights a week, until school's out.
Right.
And so that'd be 8 hours a week. And she's like, yeah, state law says no more than 3 hours on a school day, so you can work 4 to 7.
Wow.
And we told her that he could start whenever.
Right.
And she said the 13th, so he'll get like...
Was this Sydney that
Yeah,
you're
Sydney.
talking to?
Yeah. So he can start the 13th. So he'll, it's cool.
Nice.
I'm excited.
Nice. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy for him because I know he
get
can
80%
actually.
of his money.
But I know he can actually work more than he was able to work for me because there was just so much he could do on the ground.
Yeah, and I'm sure
When we work on the roof.
She said part-time, so I don't know what that means in the what does that mean in the summer? Is he only going to get 20 hours a week, 10 hours a week? I don't know what that means.
39.
Well, I think technically if you're over 32 it's full-time, and I don't know if they're required to give you benefits, which they don't want to give a 16-year-old kid.
Yeah, hell no.
So
I wouldn't want to.
Yeah. So even if it's 30 hours a week, they're going to pay him $15.45 an hour. So what's minimum wage is $15, right?
Here we go. We're right back to minimum wage.
See, this is where I think the problem with minimum wage comes in, right?
Right.
Because theoretically, a 15, 16-year-old kid whose parents are responsible, right? He should be working a job not really for the money.
Right.
He should be working the job for the experience. So to pay someone like him $8 an hour makes perfect sense.
Right.
Right? But because there's a $15 minimum wage, it's like I can hire a 25-year-old for minimum wage or a 16-year-old. Well, the 16-year-olds are going to get shafted.
Right.
Because
Right.
generally, generally, like you could, two people of same competence, a 25-year-old should be better than a 16-year-old, right?
Well, and that's why all I do is whenever we're at a store or a restaurant and they do some moronic, boneheaded thing, I just turn to my wife and say, minimum wage? Really? This is worth that? No. Because it... Yeah, this could be a lot longer.
Yeah.
So, what's a positive note that we could end on this?
I'm breathing.
There is that. There is that. And little D has got a job.
Yeah.
Coming up soon.
How are the chickens?
Oh my gosh, this guy can barbecue.
Not barbecue.
What is it? Smoke.
Yeah.
He can smoke. Yeah, he does like cigars in these chickens,
Yeah.
and they taste great.
They were pretty good.
It's amazing when you get chickens to smoke cigars.
Yeah,
I'm
it is.
impressed
It is.
because it's hard to get that big cigar in that little beak.
Maybe barbecue is the right word. Grilling is not the right word.
That's what I do.
That's what you.
I had someone scold me once when I said that I was barbecuing, and he said, "No, you're grilling."
Yeah, that's probably better.
I like grilling because it's a nuance, it's a dance. You know, you're playing with the coals, you're playing with the fire, you're trying to get the right heat. Whereas you got this computerized stupid thing that you put in your thing and you just kind of go click click click.
It just tells me the temperature of the meat. I have to like tend fire.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing without my little electronic nodes
I would say,
in my bird.
I would say what you do on that thing over there is probably closer to barbecuing than grilling. What I do on my grill, that's grilling. I make a hot dog or a hamburger or a sausage on the gas grill, that's grilling.
Okay.
That's probably half grilling.
Open coals, open fire.
That's closer to barbecuing than grilling, maybe.
Whatever it is, I like doing it.
Yeah, it's fun. But I like tending fire. The thing is, it's because like smoking a brisket or smoking pulled pork, even smoking chickens, which only takes like 4 hours, it's not like searing a steak, right, and making the coals really hot.
Right.
Like having a probe, even if I didn't have the super fancy probe, I would have a different probe, and I just have to go over there every 5 minutes or every 20 minutes and probe it. Because you don't want to take it off too early, you don't want to take it off too late, right? So
it's a trick.
It's
a dance.
But that chicken was...
It was very
delicious.
good. It was very good.
Delicious.
Thank you.
Can't wait for your party, man.
Well, don't let them know.
No.
All right. There's no party.
No. We don't have
So-
parties here.
Isn't that right, Skinny?
That's right. No party here.
Okay. So we should end this.
Yeah.
And wish you all a happy whatever day this is. It's a Thursday. That's when
It'll
this
be
gets
coming out
posted.
on a Thursday, correct. And we'll be looking forward to the Happy Friday video the following day. But don't be talking shit about me this time.
I did not mention what I mentioned on my Happy Friday.
They already watched it.
No. Well, okay.
And you didn't even respond to my text. Can't believe it. I went out of my way to acknowledge the fact that I watched your stupid video, and you didn't even have the
I saw it. I read it.
Decency to even give it a thumbs up. This is how bad social media is for people. I didn't get a proper response, and I'm mad. Thank you, social media, for ruining this brain up here.
The alcohol didn't ruin the brain.
No. Cheers.
All right. Cheers.